Hey everybody, so it is Friday evening and I just had a shout out to me on GeneralsFlatter's Share the Love, and I've gotten guilt, non-participation guilt, and not actually putting up a Share the Love myself. I don't jump onto things nearly as much as I should. I can probably count on one hand the amount of times since I've started my channel I've jumped onto somebody else's thing, you know, I really should jump on GeneralsFlatter's because you know, he actually corresponds a lot with me, and I really appreciate his videos, and so I'm gonna do it. And I'm actually going to do it, since I am doing it, I'm going to do it in 3 video shoutouts, because I had to, of course, overanalyze it and determine how I should do it the right way, and it requires 3 videos for me to do it. And so this is a really boring shot that I have right here, right now, because I don't want to actually raise my camera yet, but basically the way I'm going to do this is my first shout out, Share the Love, is going to be the heavy hitters. And so typically I think shout outs are often done for folks that need subscribers, that have great channels, that are low in subscribers, and you know, like, it's awesome to do that. But I want to start with the folks that have really worked hard to build up good channels that have inspired me, that don't necessarily need the subscribers, but just have great channels and work hard every day to keep that up. Not only the folks that actually work hard every day to keep it up, but also a couple of folks that got me into it that are gone, and that make me very sad that they're gone. And I'm just going to basically show them real quick, and I'm hoping that they come back. And also to reveal some couple of channels where folks aren't putting videos out, but they have like really good videos, like a horde of them, and they're really talented, and you just may not know about them. And I'm really only going to do 2 of those. And I'm going to start with Orc Painter Nerd. He does a lot of 40K. His painting is actually really good, and he really inspired me. Like, his, you know, love for the hobby in the videos, and just his he's very technique driven. This is one of the last things that he ended up doing. It's not the last thing, but one of the last things I remember I was really impressed with is when he was doing a Dark Angels Rhino. Lots of pre-shading and showing how to pre-shade, and just really excellent videos, excellent guy, like, you know, you can tell from the videos, and I'm not sure what he's doing now, but I really wish he'd come back, and you know, wish the best to him. But for those of you interested in seeing some really great painting and somebody that inspired me that's not around, it's Orc Painter Nerd. Okay. Sorry for the transitions, but I'm going to be switching videos, and so here is the next one, and it is Eldar Corsair, who actually has lots of great videos, painting units, you know, like, it's mostly Eldar related, and it's focusing on teaching, you know, but the biggest thing for me was his battle reports. He always had really cool battle reports. The beginning was had his own band, and like it's his original music in the very beginning for the intro, but basically he's really energetic in his battle reports, and explaining things, what's going on, and just having fun too. And so I actually really miss, because I was really into, you know, like, Eldar's my main army, and basically just kind of miss his videos. Not sure where he's at, but wanted to give a shout out because you know, he's the second person that is not around anymore that I am quite sad that he isn't. Okay, now that's the last of those, and now it's for folks that are still around, that are really popular, but also, in most cases, but also, you know, I find inspirational and have great channels, and I want to give them, you know, the credit where it's due. And the next one is IDICBeer. So IDICBeer is really, I think, an excellent asset to the YouTube community for wargaming, in particular 40K. You know, one of the things that I think is definitely worth mentioning is his support for a cause called Help for Heroes, which I believe is on its 2nd year, and it's just a really good cause, charity, and raising funding for a cause, and you know, basically raffling off a Warhammer army. So it's a great thing because it gets wargamers to be able to participate in something and just really contribute. And so I think that that's really awesome. But I'll be quite honest, you know, one of the things that really impresses me about Nick is just with the size of his channel and just how much participation and support he provides to people, it really, you know, among many of the people that I'm going to mention, but in particular, like, he really it demonstrates a love for the hobby, and you can tell, like, for the amount that he gives, that he has to really love what he's doing. And one thing I'll say here, and it does apply to others, it's just for folks that start to get up there in numbers and subscribers, like I already, and you know, I'm not 500 yet, but I already kind of, as I'm participating with a lot of my subscribers, I feel a pressure to watch a lot of videos, and I also like to comment, but then sometimes I want to comment, like, to support too. And when I see folks like Nick that have as many people that he interacts with and supports, it's an inspiration, like, to do that. And so you know, I could say a lot of other things, but I think that's basically you know, sums it up for me. And so Nick, yeah, like, definitely a good shout out for one of the heavies for me in the community. Okay, and the next person is Templars Crusade. So, actually, I really enjoy the videos for Templars Crusade's channel. One of the things that I'll mention is just my Knights of Griffin that I'm painting. In a lot of ways, his Imperial Fists were an inspiration to me to do it. I wasn't sure about painting orange, and I wanted to paint something different and paint something orange, and I looked at his Imperial Fists and just saw how he could just really make a really cool model with a brightly colored miniature for a Space Marine, you know, with the yellow. And I really liked his gritty painting style, but just sort of the great definition in the faces and the realism that he would put in his models. You know, when he would weather, they would still look amazing to me. He's also an extremely positive personality in the community, and you know, recently he's gotten into Warlord games, but he still hasn't given up. I think probably more of his roots of 40k, and he's still doing some Tyranids, and I just really look forward to his stuff. You know, like, I don't speak to him a lot through in comments, but I have written him messages and he's responded to me. And occasionally I will actually write comments and he will actually respond. And so I really think he's a good guy, and he actually contributes a lot to the community. And next up is Athilith or Tristan, Sergeant Tristan. Gotta be definitely one of my favorite channels. Really creative. And love the stuff that he puts out. And to be honest, you know, you guys know I'm really into musket and tomahawks, and it's because his channel introduced it to me. And so I really got excited actually when seeing his channel. Really, one of my favorite videos of all time that he did was this battle report for Ronin. And when I say he's creative, like, a lot of his creativity is actually in production. Like, he's really creative in sculpting and painting. But when he does his videos, he does a lot of really unique things. And he typically has this intro, but I always remember this video. It's his battle report for Ronin. And if you watch here, he actually changed it for this battle report, and it was just so cool. He's doing this Ronin one here, and then if you actually go on later, he actually has, like, his friends using his cell phone and creating lightning effects, and it's like dark. I'm just going to see here. I don't know if I can find an exact spot, to be honest, but it was an excellent battle report. And oh, every time I click, it's actually going to the dice rolls. He's being very precise. But if you actually show there, it's like showing the sword swinging. It's just it was really cool. But basically, Tristan's got a really good channel. Got me into musket and tomahawks, and really creative. And just really does excellent videos. And so, next up is Spikey Bitz.
Spikey Bitz.
So, one of the things about Spikey Bitz that I really like is he actually shows a lot of stuff that I just don't have exposure to. You know, like, a lot of it's like, just, I don't buy the white dwarfs generally, and so I can see what's going on in the hobby. And in 40, you know, a lot of it's 40k. Some of it I think is Star Wars X-Wing and you know, regular Warhammer too. But he just shows a lot of things that I can just check out, and it's just really informative. But one of the things that I really like about it is he's got a really good production. Like, he really does a good job with his videos. It makes you interested. It's very professional. But also, he has just a really positive attitude for the hobby. Regardless of the fact that, you know, he's got a lot of, you know, subscribers, and lots of people make comments all over the place and stuff, like, and also even at times, like when people get down on Warhammer and things, he's just really, really positive about the hobby and really brings a good perspective. And so, informative, professional, positive. I really enjoy his videos. I'm glad that he actually posts a lot of them. And next up is... So last but not least, is General Splatton. I'm not just, you know, bringing up the General because of the fact that he started this Share the Love thing, but really a very generous person in his support for the community and his interaction with folks. Consistently commenting and sharing on people's videos, and also put out a whole lot of content himself. And so, you know, in a lot of ways, General and IDICBeer, General Splatton and IDICBeer, you know, kind of are two individuals that stand out there as just really being consistent and supporting people and commenting and being positive about the hobby. And so, you know, and I think that his whole starting this Share the Love thing and just mentioning other people's channels and the way it's caught on is a real good example of why that is the case, or a testament to that, I should say. And so, yeah, wanted to give my last shout out to General. Appreciate his comments and support of my channel, and that is it. So this is part 1. There'll be 2 more parts to the Share the Love shoutouts. Take care.